Hi, this is Francisco Bujan from vitalcoaching.com, and we are talking about dating success for women. The question I would like to answer now is how to be rejection proof. As you can imagine, and maybe as you experienced already in the dating field, when you get rejected, it's always a tough challenge, right? It can be something that sets you back, that puts lots of doubts in your mind, and it might stop you altogether from taking steps in the future. And what I want to check with you is what to do about it, how to approach really the dating scene so that rejection does not stop you and does not touch you the way it would have normally. So the first thing to realize is that dating can be really a battlefield. I mean, it's a very challenging environment where you have to prove a lot about who you are, what you want. You have to put yourself out there, really be proactive, take action, respond to guys in an effective way, etc. So when you are out there in the dating world, whether you do that online, in dating sites, or live, for instance, in clubs, or when you go partying, etc., in whatever environment you are, you will need a strategy which is effective. And it is really about realizing that the dating world can really be like a battlefield. It is a bit of a jungle, and you will be confronted with lots of emotions coming and going. So you need to have some form of shield, some form of protection, which is really going to give you the skills and the tools to be able to reject any form of negative emotion which wants to come in. And this is about being really smart, right? It's about arriving in the dating world with a form of protection, a form of shield that you can decide to open or close whenever you want. And so the first thing to realize is that once you arrive there with this kind of protection, it's already very much easier to overcome rejection because you're already prepared. It means that if a guy looks at you and he doesn't respond to you the way you would like, you will find it much easier to actually step back, take a little bit of distance, and simply let go of wanting to be or to talk with that specific guy. So if you are prepared, it's already much easier to step back when you feel that it's not working the way you expected. That's the number one strategy, right? Be prepared, really be prepared for that. The second strategy is very simple. Put your expectations very low. It means that if you don't expect much, anything that happens is actually great, it's good. So if you approach a person or if you approach a guy with putting, with expecting a lot, like giving yourself totally, opening all your hopes and all your needs, you arrive to him, you say, you know what, you are the right person, you are the one I would like to date, you are giving too much, too fast and far too soon. So the goal is very simple. You don't want to open up that much. You want to take very little affordable steps and simply be a little bit flirty, but without, revealing your whole, your whole set of emotions and what you expect from that. And the truth is that if you take a very little step, it's much easier to step back after that. So if you like a guy, for instance, rather than going to him and asking him out straight away, you first want to engage a little bit of conversation. You want to establish a little bit of a connection and see if there is a response, if there is a chemical response to what you offer. If he doesn't respond, then probably it's better to, to keep it light, to keep it, casual without expecting much. And this is, the second strategy. Take small steps at a time, and this will make sure that, if for any reason he doesn't respond the way you expect, you can always step back and say, whatever, and keep on, going and flirting with other guys or other persons. So this is the second strategy. Take small steps. Now, if you already went too far, for instance, if you try to speak with a guy and he doesn't respond the way you expect, and you feel you are already, losing confidence and feeling really insecure about all that, then you really have to wake up your skills and wake up your fighting power and realize that you don't want this little seed of doubt to take root into your mind. If you let this doubt, grow into your mind and let it, stop you from taking steps into the future, it would be really a pity because rejection is part of the game. And you have to learn the skills to deal with it. So don't let a simple rejection stop you. It has, you know, you have to be really smart at that moment and realize that this is just a thought, you know. This guy can have a bad day, he can be in a bad mood or simply be committed. He can have lots of you know, worries maybe from work. There can be dozens of reasons why he doesn't respond to you the way you would like. And lots of those reasons have nothing to do with you. Now, when he rejects you, when he doesn't answer to you the way you expect, I mean, very often it will be a nasty look, or it will be a word which can feel a little bit aggressive. And the last thing you want is this to impact in your mind. So you have to be really smart and simply move back, move on, and keep on the conversations with somebody else. And you notice that if you do that, straight away you will rebuild your power straight away, because you will realize that this is just one person, it's one emotion, and there is no reason for this to impact on you or stop you. Now, again, if you want to succeed with dating, you will have to deal with these kind of situations where sometimes a guy, you know, even women also don't respond to you the way you expect. You are out there taking steps, and sometimes you get a little bit of negative feedback on what you are doing or the way you are doing it. So the goal is very simple. Don't let this stop you, because if you let it, then you will step back and go back into this kind of secure zone where you stop taking steps and you stop taking risks. So I know it is tough sometimes. Sometimes it is really you know, you will get an answer that you don't like. You really would like to go and hide somewhere in your house, in your room, and never come out of that again. My advice is very simple. Don't do it. Go out. Keep on exchanging, keep on going, and you will notice that after a while it becomes very, very easy to, you know, somebody says something that you don't like. That's fine. You respond to it maybe in an aggressive or tough way, and you just move on. You realize that this little thought or this little negative emotion doesn't need to become part of you. That's an emotion which doesn't belong to you. It's an emotion that a guy projects on you, and the last thing you want is to take it inside of you and embrace it as if it was your own. A rejection is not your own emotion. It's not something which belongs to you. It's something that somebody else projects on you. It's like an arrow. So don't let it impact on your mind. Keep it out of your mind and build up empowering thoughts and empowering beliefs about who you are and what you're doing there. You know, saying or remembering things like, I am a beautiful person, I know what I'm doing there, I'm here to have fun, I will find what I'm looking for, etc. All these are empowering thoughts, empowering mindsets, and empowering beliefs, which are really going to keep you on track. Okay? I hope this makes sense. You take care for now, and bye-bye.